Hey everyone, this is Julian from the Binary Lab and welcome to this video. So in this video I'm going to be talking about why robots auto traders, there's a whole bunch of names that they go by and why they never ever work. So you know the best way to find out if something is going to be ripping you off, is going to be losing your money. The reason why I chose to talk about this topic today is because I get this in my YouTube comments all the time. I get this in my email all the time. I get this in my Facebook private messages all the time. It's only a matter of whether if I have the time to look through these messages or not. But what I've done the last starting today is that I'm going to be starting a habit of going through my emails on a daily basis. I'm not obviously gonna reply every single email, but I'm gonna reply what I can. Okay, so I'm gonna be committing an hour a day to looking through and replying emails, and then this is gonna be giving me ideas on some of the issues that traders are facing out there and things I can help you with. So one of the things that keeps coming up again and again is that people have been asking me again and again about, why is it that this robot, that robot doesn't make money? Why isn't, option robot what it says to be? Why isn't, millionaire's blueprint not what it's supposed to be? Why isn't Copy Buffett making money? Why isn't Snap Cash Binary making money? Why isn't 1K daily profit making money? Why isn't I'm just actually looking at a couple of so-called review websites, and there's actually a lot of review websites out there that heavily push all these scammy systems simply because they make money. Okay, the only way in the world that some of these affiliate sites can pay affiliates big amounts of money to push these robots is because they are programmed to lose. And as a matter of fact, I have been to binary and forex conventions in the past. People come up to me and they say that, hey, I work with let's say some of them are owners of brokerages. Some of them work with brokerages on a very close basis, and they say that, hey, I've got these brokers under my umbrella. They're ready to back up. They're ready to back anyone up who can promote this particular robot. We program it really well, and they explicitly tell me that such and such a robot, and they go by different names. Heck, they may even be launched under different identities over time. I was just looking over this one. Okay, I'm going to show you my screen, and one of the ways that I identify these scammy robots is in ClickSure. So I used to be a ClickSure affiliate a long time ago, and I was promoting internet marketing offers, but this was actually where I first got ripped off in binary options offers. Nothing against ClickSure because they are a platform, but this is where I found some of my first binary programs that I joined. Okay, like you, I found out binary because of this robot, that robot, and I'm just looking around this list. As you can see, what's this Dubai lifestyle app and Snapcash binary. I saw this one pop up on a review site, so I think that's probably something to look at. And you see, if these things are trending, that means these ones are obviously scammy. Okay, if these ones are trending, it just means that, okay, this is what online wealth markets, auto binary signals, Neo 2, Zeus 2. If these ones are trending, it just means that a lot of people are trying to push this right now because it's making money for affiliates right now. So let's go on to this one. I clicked on Option Robot, and it says right here is 100% auto trading software for binary options. And this is one of those that people have just complained to me that's actually losing money. Okay, so what they give affiliates is that they give copy and paste emails just like this to let people promote this stuff. And this is to affiliates, and you see, they'll say things like this: we have put together some highly converting email copy for you to blast your list of subscribers. They'll probably tell you that it works great for people in the internet marketing niche, people in the forex niche and stuff. And so they'll say, oh, these this is the thing, these are the settings, and you know, when I look over here, oh, what do you know? If people are going to be putting in 5,000 plus, the method's going to be martingale. My God. Okay. Um, okay, I'm going to show you a couple other offers here, and if they're doing well, it has to be because the reason why the brokers can actually advance affiliates to pay is because these ones are meant to lose. So this one's a hot offer. Let's see what they have to say over here. Huge EPC offer. Okay, that means this is trouble. Let's go on the JV page, have a look. Okay, I really get a really bad vibe. I get a really bad vibe looking at videos like this because this is just personification of the morals behind the people that put out these robots, you know. They're really just putting these up so that they can live a rich lifestyle. Not that they actually really care if you make money or not. And, you know, they're talking about, yeah, this is trouble. See how heavily they're promoting contests to affiliates, and heck, you know, if you really knew how to trade binary, what's 2,500 bucks? What's 1,500? I mean, like, screw that. I mean, look at some of these live trades that I actually done with my members just now, and today we did a lot of trades. It wasn't the smoothest of sessions, but it was a very interesting session that had a really good start. And I'll show you just how we started out. Like, okay, that's today, that's yesterday. So, you know, these are actual trades that we make on live sessions. And the fact that you may be saying, hey, you know, you lose some trades sometimes, why is that? Okay, let me tell you one thing. One thing that you need to know is that, okay, the reason why all these robot stuff never ever works is because, okay, let's just say, okay, long story short, we all know that these robots are not meant to work, because if they work so well, what are binary brokers going to be paying the people who promote them with? Okay, what are they going to be promoting the people who come up with these softwares with? You know, there's no way they can pay them if it's going to lose their money. Remember that the brokers actually make money when people lose. So if they're making, well, they have to get it back some way or another, right? So basically, all these softwares are actually made to kind of like lose eventually. But let's give it the benefit of the doubt. All right, let's talk a little bit of sense over here. So let's say if today we had a really great trading strategy, and for those people in the binary lab, you know, you can if you've been around the binary lab, just go ahead and say hi in the comments below. Okay, I see Irene, I see Tone. And by the way, Tone, thanks for that hit some of the Euro JPY trade. That made real good profits on that one. And by the way, if you're in binary lab, go ahead and say hi. If you had an experience with binary option robots, go ahead and comment below as well. I want to hear about your experiences, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that, you know, got into binary options because I got suckered into some kind of robot scam. Something that's oversimplified binary options trading. The fact of the matter is, you know, for those of you in binary options trading with the binary lab, know just how easy or hard it can be at times. When the market is good, when the market is tough, it's just so darn hard to get a profit. Okay, and hey, Tommy. So what you can observe is that for those of you who have been with binary lab, you know, for let's say more than 2 years, have a very good idea of how often, you know, we actually rotate the strategy, make a couple of changes to it, you know, such as we may add or remove indicators, add 1 or 2 trade confirmations, change around the expiry time, and sometimes, most recently, we even changed to a different trade approach as well. Okay, so the fact that we're doing this on such a regular basis, what if we could program it into a robot, would it sensibly make money 1 week from now, or 1 month from now, or 2 months from now? Honest to your heart. Let me hear it from you. I mean, what what would you have to say? Let's say if we program what we did today, this particular day, okay, and 1 month from now, I don't know what's going to happen from 1 month from now. The last week alone, okay, Donald Trump has been doing a lot of stirring in the markets, in the community across the world, okay, and the impact of his words pertaining to the Muslim ban. How ridiculous is that, okay? Think about the idea of people who show up at the US border asked to turn back to their countries. Plain ridiculous, okay? Signal services, you know, robots, the same thing. And let's say if we did it totally legit, if we could program something about what worked today, would it even work tomorrow? Okay, honest to your heart, tell me if tomorrow's market will be the same as today. It might be, it might not be, but there's a very good chance it might not be. In a week such as the last week, this week, they're talking when Britain is having repeated debates whether they want to have a hard exit from the eurozone, still remain a euro single member or not. This kind of comments alone can change the markets, can make it consolidate, can make it break out, can make it have funny darting around movements on the market. Today's webinar, you guys can solve for yourselves. If you're live with me on this webinar, we had a very exciting webinar. First half, boom, 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 boom. Not a single loss for the first 35 minutes. Second 35 minutes, ups and downs. But at the same time, with the right strategy, able to grow your account still. But at the same time, in the last 1 hour and 15 minutes, did we have to change strategies? Yes, we did. Did we have to change our approach and expiry times? Yes, we did. Did we have to use the cancel feature on some of the trades? Yes, we did. Did we have to use a sell feature on the trades to remain profitable? I'm going to show you again some of these trades that was taken on my account on this session. And you can see that I canceled a bunch of trades. Why? Because I canceled it, went back in to get a better entry. Okay, I canceled a bunch of times. You look at this, I canceled, and I won this one. Why? Because my initial entry wasn't really good. I wasn't sure about it. But can a robot do that? No. Okay, and can a robot, responsively change itself from doing breakouts to doing reversals? Can a robot honestly do that? Okay, the reason why, if it was really that easy, I would have put my funds on autopilot since the day that I discovered how binary options should be traded. But unfortunately, my friends, the sad unfortunate truth is that it just isn't that simple. Okay, so the reason why, and I believe application developers realize this, brokers realize this as well, and that they probably realize that rather than making money from a liquidity, okay, some of the brokers out there do transfer their risk to a third party out there, a third party liquidity provider, someone that has the ability to supply them with liquidity, whether people take call or put options. And over time, they realize that it's still so much easier to make money when traders lose. So what my job really is here in Binary Lab is to actually give people the tools they need in order to become a profitable trader, to be able to adjust to the markets. All right. And let's say if anyone is currently using a signal service, okay, what people can get inside the Binary Lab as a member of the Binary Lab is the ability to be able to, discern for yourselves. Let's say if you are using signals out there, I'm not stopping you. I discourage it, but I'm not stopping you. But when you take of any signals out there that's being sent to you, and quite honestly, I'm not a fan of using signal services, also because understanding how binary options works, I know that when we the only way that the way that I do it over here, the trades in binary, like people ask me, do I offer signals in binary lab? The reason why I don't is because a lot of my trades that we do are like less than 15 minutes. The bulk of the trades that we do is 5 minutes or less, 2 minutes or less, or 1 minute. And a lot of the trades are market executions. As a matter of fact, I even educate the traders in Binary Lab that, sometimes you have a bet. If you see that the entry is not the best, don't take that trade. If let's say if you took a trade and a few seconds later it's going higher, but it's within your cancellation window, cancel and take it again. Okay, so the fact that we're doing a lot of things like this, it's just impossible to signal. And if people had to go by signals, what kind of trades would they be taking? 2-hour trades, half-day trades, end-of-day trades. And what I can say is that the longer that you leave your trades open in the market, you're exposing yourself to more and more risk. And at the same time, if you are exchanging your time, okay, all right, why do I trade binary options? Why not Forex? Because I feel that in the time that I have in a day to do trading, I can make my money work much harder for me trading binary. So if that is the case, why I love binary is because if I can get 70 to 90% payouts on the trades that I put in, let's say if I put in $1,000, and if that $1,000 can get me 700 to 900 bucks profit within a span of time as short as 60 seconds or even 30 seconds, why would I want to spend 2 hours to make the same amount? Why would I want to spend 5 hours waiting? Why would I spend a whole day waiting to get the same outcome? Okay, if I had to spend a whole day waiting for a trade to finish, not only can I not stay at ease with myself, how many of you have been trying to trade Forex in the past, and then you had this anxiety of checking to see how your trade is doing, to see whether the market has changed, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, Donald Trump starts putting on a Facebook live stream, and then economic leaders around the world taking notice, and then there are people in the market analysts are spreading rumors around the marketplace, and before you know it, market is either going wild or on a standstill. And with all these conditions that can affect us, okay, and right now, the biggest issue right now is the protests going on against the Muslim ban. These things do affect the markets. What if major bank leaders were Muslim and then decided to leave their desk, go on, do a street protest, market at a standstill, right? And if these things actually happen, and you are not managing the trades yourself, I personally find that, not knowing how to trade is the most irresponsible thing when even deciding to use a robot, signal service, or let alone open an account. Not knowing how to trade, not looking how to look charts and pick out the right opportunities is the most irresponsible thing anyone can do leading up to opening your own trading account. I believe that anyone who has a binary options trading account, Forex trading account, should know how to read charts, should know how to read technical analysis, do your own basic studies. I mean, it's not difficult. I mean, I teach this every day. I teach this on the webinar, and the last couple webinars have been over 60 minutes. Very simple. I mean, even if we had a clean chart, heck, even if you had a very bad chart like this, you could have a couple of indicators, and this will give you very powerful insights. Is it overbought? Is it oversold? Matching up with these points. You see if it's in this range, and let's say if I told you that just this indicator right here, this column is consolidation. This middle column from 100 to minus 100 is consolidation. Anything found between here and here is consolidation, and anything above and beneath, it shows like trend strength. And any turn of the top or the bottom, it shows a possible reversal. Coupled with a couple of indicators. I'm going to add something else over here. Just add a couple of things, into the mix right here, and then you could see, just laying a couple of things over. It gives you a very good idea, what exactly is happening. Over here we can see that obviously it's overbought. Over here you can see it's obviously oversold. And if that's the case, we have a very good chance of winning a call trade. Over here, we have a very good chance of winning a put trade. And let's say if everything was at a standstill. Let's look at the pound USD today. The pound, did you know that pound USD today, there was one point today where within 10 minutes it actually dropped 100 pips. All right. If you didn't know that, then you should know. If you didn't know that and you already have trading accounts, I mean, I well, just short of saying shame on you, I'm going to say that it's about time that you started to get responsible with your account and find out exactly what's going on in the markets when you trade. Right? And when you see when it's doing that, okay, and then we see, okay, it's breaking out that zone, it's having range, okay, it's not exactly oversold yet, so there's a chance it can go down lower. We're having divergence. Here. There's a good chance it can go lower. Okay, so there's a lot of things that we can see. There's a lot of things that we can see here, and as long as you take the time to find out how the markets work, there's so much things that you can do, and like most things out there, I think nothing beats do it yourself. So better than any signal service can do, better than any robot can do, nothing beats doing yourself. I have a lot of traders in Binary Lab that have been with brokers, and a lot of them, well, most of them pay attention to what I say. I advise a couple of common things. I say that refuse bonuses unless you like the broker and you want to trade seriously. I say that take your broker signals with a pinch of salt. I say try to decline any offers of automated trading, but there's always a bunch of people that decide to take it. There's always a bunch of people that even after winning trades with us on the Binary Lab, they decide to take up this offer of an auto management service, and they're being assured that it cannot possibly get too bad. We can limit your loss. You get to choose how much you want to limit your losses to, and you can limit yourself to X amount of trades per day. And what I hear from these people again and again is that these people say that I was making money on my own, doing my own trading, but once I picked up the robots, losing money, and then afterwards I had to stop this thing, and then I trade again. And after a while, they say that, well, I had a really good offer. They offered me a really good bonus. They offered me a good track record, and I decided that I'm going to do it again. And then they jumped into the stupid management thing, the stupid robot thing, and they bought this other thing that came off one of those online marketplaces for all these binary option robot stuff. And then they started losing money, and they say that, hey, can you give me some special advice? I need to recover. I need to recover what this thing cost me. This Gemini 2 app, this OptionBot, copy Buffett. This thing lost 60% of my account. That thing lost 20% of my account. This thing from the broker has been eating into my balance 10% every day for the last 6 days running. And I say, well, I told you in the very beginning, it's as simple as that. Simple as knowing how to make sense of the charts, deciding for yourself, equipping yourself with the knowledge, and Binary Lab webinars and the community, the Traders Chat Mastermind is there for that precise purpose, to support you to find out how to handle the markets in the right way. So this is one very, very powerful tool. For those of you who are not making full use of it, if you're in the Binary Lab and you're not yet in our Telegram chat, I mean, you should be, because this is where all the action is at. Look at what some people are saying. Okay, New Zealand Canadian, great reversal if you have it. Euro pound, 5 minutes, put in the money. I'm done for the day. We have done 150% in 2 days, doing only 10% of balance, and I don't want to push it. Thank the market for behaving. Remember to donate some dollar. Do you get the UJ one? It was a little bit later than the AJ call, but the put was on. Darn it, I missed it. Beautiful. Martingale, I don't have enough account of Martingale. USD CHF setting up. This one setting up. This one, like GU. So this is the kind of thing that goes on, in our community. And is that a great tool for you or not? I think if you're not making full use of it, okay, again, there will be the bunch of people out there who who are ultimately lazy, and I don't blame you for that, because I'm a fairly lazy person myself. Why did I choose to trade binary options? I chose to trade binary options because I can get a lot of things done in a very short period of time. I can make a lot of money in a very short period of time. Heck, even when I had a small account, the account that you see right now, that's 500 over 500,000, was started with 10,000 on this broker of 24 options, and I traded and traded for several months, and there it was. Prior to that, I grew several accounts as well. So, but let's say if I was at my day one, okay, if I was still at 10,000 and I was making regular trades, and heck, if what if I was at 1,000 and I was making $10 trades, okay? I'm in Singapore. The average person here makes $3,500 a month, and let's say if I had just $1,000 to invest in binary options and I was making $10 trades, and I have 5% per day. 50, like that's $50 a day. $50 a day times 20 trading days, and that's 1,000. So I'm actually doubling my money in a month, and I'm actually making just under a third of the monthly wage. Is that good or great? And going to my second month, if I'm doing that again, with 2,000 to play with, I'm talking about a hypothesis that, let's say if I had 1,000 to start with for buying options, or if I was rewinding back to the day when I only had $1,000 to play with, and then if I did that back then, 2,000, 5% per day, 5% per day, I'm making 100. I'm making 100. $100 per day. $100 per day times 20, 2,000. So the first month I replaced just under a third of the Singapore monthly average income. Going to the second month, over more than 50% of the income, and let's say going into the third month, effectively replace your whole income. I mean, that is great. That is great power. And what coming from a forex trader's experience, I used to trade forex as a hobby, and at one point of time, it was feeding me very well, paying for the bills very well. And back then, I thought that doing 20 trades in a week was great. Okay, if 20 trades, each trade paid me more than 2%, let's say I risk 2% to make about between 3 to 5%. And let's say if I did about 20 trades a week, that's pretty decent. Obviously, some win, some lose. And at the end of that, I'm growing my account. Best case scenario, 10% per week. Best case scenario. That's actually very, very good already, comparing to most people. But in binary, I have the ability to do 20 trades in 1 hour. Yesterday on the webinar, we did 28 trades in just about 70 minutes. And I'm going to count for you how many trades was done just in this last session, okay? I'm going to rewind it to yesterday. I can show you yesterday as well if you like. But let's just look at today, okay? Okay, today we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not counting the candles. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 trades in about 80 minutes. 23 trades, 80 minutes today. Yesterday, 28 trades in 70 minutes. Okay, it's not possible to achieve this kind of turnover in forex in a week. Maybe it's not possible to do that amount of volume of trades in a day. Okay, in a week perhaps, but I mean, the power of binary is just so great. And one of the reasons why a lot of people say, why don't you do regular options? Why don't you do, this and that thing? Well, I think financial stuff is very, very easy to just analyze. When you look at the charts, it's very straightforward. I mean, I just explained that, Xavier. So if you actually rewind the video about 5 minutes, probably have a very good explanation for you why this and not forex. So there's a lot of fluctuations that we have in binary. A lot of these fluctuations would be meaningless to forex, especially last week. Oh wow, yeah, last week was a perfect example. So I mean, if you're in a binary lab, just go look at some of last week's replays. It was piss boring because the market was just like that. It was hovering between 2 pip, 3 pip range for minutes on end, and when it's in that range, if you were to do a breakout, if you were to do a reversal or what, you know, I'll tell you, if you are just doing minute scalps on forex, you will not even be covering your spread. Okay, but good news for you, in binary options there's no spread to cover, there's no commissions. So when you win your trade, your money's in your pocket, even if it's by 0.1 pip, even if it's by 0.2 pips, just a win is still a win. A 5 pip win is as good as a 0.1 pip win. Of course, a 5 pip win is a lot less stress than a 0.1 pip win. Like today, like I said, if you watch today's webinar replay, wow, the first half, super chill. We were like bang, 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 bang profits. The later part, kind of messy, kind of hectic. Some needed re-entries, some needed switching pairs to a correlated pair. And all this coming back to the same point. I don't think that, if we could even do this, manually, I don't think auto will come anywhere close. As a matter of fact, like I said, autos just cannot keep up. So if you're thinking of what is a recommended robot, you're in the right place for me to tell you that just give up on trading robots, because that's just meant for you to fail. Some people write to me emails asking, do you run an auto trade service for binary options? Well, I do know of a couple of fake Julian Wong Facebook profiles trying to befriend people within my friends list in the hope of conning people that are looking for the easy way out. And the answer is no, I do not offer any auto trade services, because I can't even get this down to a science. And the reason for that is because the market is always evolving. All right, I've gotten it down to the point that I know what to change between today and tomorrow and the day after, but I definitely cannot get it into an intelligent system that is able to write itself, and I don't think anyone can. So coming into about the in the money, the first half, I think, let's have a look. The first half was super awesome. I'm going to count them. The first half practically all trades with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. The first 10 was on a 10 trade winning streak. Okay. And then in the second half, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, wait, I counted some of the cancels. So just let me recount that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, all in all, we got about 70%. Okay. All in all, we got about 70%. Not fantastic. And actually, at this point of time, what I tell members is that it's not even about the winning rate. Okay, sometimes when the market takes a turn, if you can get a break even on a certain day, you're lucky. Okay, because like some of the days when the market is great, 90%, 100%, 80%, 85%, and you see that on my Facebook. When I do post a lot of those shots, and you can see, when I talk about the times where 85% or whatever, but there are days that we just had to get a little bit messy. Getting messy, such as what, okay, let's say if we know that euro pound today is pushing up and up and up, and then and then we just thought, okay, and then we went sideways. No point to stay focused on a certain currency pair. Take something that's correlated instead. All right, take something that's correlated instead. So we had a couple of times that we saw that something looked kind of good in the beginning, and then later part it ran out of steam. So we look for a correlated pair, take the trade again, and with various forms of trade management, a little bit messy. Okay, the first part was really nice. Second part a little bit messy, and the fact that we even got out with a good profit, I think it's great. So the thing is that it's more about how to be a defensive trader as well. So let's say when the market doesn't play ball, okay, when the market starts getting a lot of wicks, a lot of consolidations, when initially it was moving well, then making unexpected movements, then how are we going to respond to that? And that's actually quite key. So sometimes there will be certain days where, like even today, one of the last trades, because of the general way the general way that the session has been going. On one of the last trade that we did, I said sell it. You know, in the end, that trade won. But personally, on my end, I was happy to sell it for a break even and forego a potential 12K profit on that trade for the peace of mind. Okay, so there are a couple of reasons, and that I give traders. I actually give traders like a book of commandments, not a book of commandments, a list of commandments to obey. Things like don't chase trades, and let's say when the market's behaving strange, out of sync with strategy, stop. And let's say if you find that after half an hour you're not getting anywhere, stop. If you find that let's say if you're trading and at a certain point you start feeling really chill, but later point in the webinar you felt that trades are or let's say in your own trading is getting a little bit anxious. You know, if you, when personally when I get a little bit anxious about the trades, when I feel that oh shit, and when I'm biting my fingers, and biting my fingers is a habit I actually picked up like this year. So back to the thing, I've been getting this habit of biting my fingernails like this year only. Funny thing how I never done that this whole 33 years of life, but I've been doing that a lot lately because the account's been growing a lot lately as well. So when I've been biting my fingers about some of the trades, whether it's going to win or not, when it gets really really close, okay, when it gets to a tight range that's so close to your entry, you know, it's freaking stressful, and that's the time when I say it's time to stop. So that's the time where I'll say that, you know, if I'm on a webinar, I'll say, okay, it's got to that point where it's no longer fun, let's stop. So sometimes we can be up by 10%. And then at the end, if there's a bunch of trades that look weird, I'm happy to forego like a third of the 10% that we had. I'm happy to give back 3% to the markets and say, you know, I've had enough for today, I'll come back tomorrow, rather than, you know, just try to figure what that is about and actually feel the so-called you know, that stress. And a lot of traders will be writing sometimes in the comments, you know, I feel I'm going to get a heart attack. Okay, when the suspense starts killing you, it's not fun anymore. That means that the market is not playing ball, it's not in line with it's not in sync with the strategies. And you know, I always believe that if you follow everything to a T, okay, there are various checkpoints that you can follow in a trade that if everything is in place, it should go off just like that. Okay, the trade should be spiking off in your direction just like that. And I can show you a bunch of screenshots that I've taken on this webinar so that you can see some of the trades taken today. And I think this will be quite good for you. Let me show you that. Here we go. Okay. So this one is about an Aussie USD trade, which was a call trade. And this one is one of those nail biters, okay? The first 2 minutes is well in the money, and they came back against us. And then our support line is really the entry. And failing to breach the entry and making a doji, that's why I know it's going to rebound. Very, very close to our initial entry is a nail biter. This is the kind of trade that is not very fun, okay? And now this is another trade. USD JPY, this was a put trade. And this one won by, we had 2 entries on this. The first one won by 0.9 of a pip. The second one is winning at this point. This one won by 4 pips. A lot more breathing space. That feels very comfortable, okay? And over here is another reversal trade. Today we primarily did reversals because of the market. And first one was by 0.1 pip. The second was by a pip, and that was not very much breathing space. Not kind of fun, but actually but the best part, it reversed where it should. So according to the rules, if it does what it's supposed to do when it's supposed to do that, great. A lot more breathing space on this one. This one, you know, that was kind of, yeah. This one was, yeah, it played ball exactly where I wanted it to, so that was good. This one played ball really well. You know, you picked a really good spot, and this is considered the very chill kind of trades. So very fun, very enjoyable. Even this one, we knew that it was not going to get any lower, and for that small range, that probably wouldn't have made money in forex, but this made in binary pretty nicely. Yeah, 24 option. I use 24 option. And this one very chill as well, nicely in the money, very nice winning range. Can't dispute that. This one played ball with us, and you know, we got out before the next wave, and we had a, okay, this was a little bit of a close shave because just as the trade was expiring, we had 1 minute too many, and it almost didn't make it. And this is another trade that kind of did, I mean, it could have been better, but this is when it was getting a bit stressful. And so you can see these are some other trades that we've done on the webinar that the market played ball really well. Okay. No, that's not the Ishimoku. It's moving averages and a bunch of yes, Bollinger Bands and a bunch of moving averages. So well, I wanted to just cement that point that if any one of you came into this video wanting to know why is it auto traders never work, I think you know, by now you should get a very good idea on the importance of knowing how to look at the charts and find opportunities, because once you have the ability, once you know how to do that, I mean, you have a really good tool, and in fact you're going to be able to get to that point where you can add and subtract indicators, add and subtract your trade expiries, and you know, build your own money management system, whether it's going to be compounding, whether it's going to be compounding your profit, or let's say even if it's or if your approach is going to be something like mine, where I'm kind of like I tend to vary my trade sizes based on my confidence level as well. Okay, so you know, I use various factors to determine how confident I feel about a trade, and then you know, I then place that trade, you know, out there in the markets. So I hope this video has educated you in some way or in a few ways of what trading should be like. You know, some of the emotions that a trader goes through. You know, the kind of like happy, chill, clicking, smug, and everything, to sometimes the nail biting anxiety as well, and at the same time, you know, the part where trading is also like being a defensive driver. Okay, because sometimes, you know, the road is clear, as we are on a when you're driving on a freeway, the road is clear, you know, we can push the speed limit, we can go fast and everything, but out of nowhere some idiot comes out, maybe driving against traffic, and when someone does something that's out of what your expectation is, that's when you got to get defensive. So likewise, I get defensive in, you know, in trading as well. When push comes to shove, we need to do what we have to do. And for that reason, that's why I explained that, you know, what's more important than the win-loss ratio is the ability to quickly, you know, reset yourself, you know. And let's say on an expressway, if some idiot comes out driving the opposite direction, or let's say if someone's falling asleep in the lane on your side and is cutting into your lane, you know what to do, which is to probably brake, you know, let the idiot move out of the way and find a way around it. And it's just the same way. Okay, sometimes if I find that I'm going for reversals, and I know that if the market is still going bullish, well, no problem. I'm going to do a straddle. Okay, I'm going to do a straddle on conditions. You see me do this on live webinars if you're in the binary lab. I straddle the market, especially like last week, and I see which way it's going to go. Rather than trying to guess, I wait for the market to tell me. So that I could compare that with, let's say, if I'm on a freeway, I'm driving, and then this other guy cannot make up his mind where he's gonna go. So I might just let him get out of the way first, and then I'll take the other route around. Or let's say if a tree falls onto my path, okay, and if I see any opening, if I see a car going off the side, that's like following a breakout. It's like when if like a tree falls on my path, or let's say I'm in a gridlock of traffic, and someone finds a route out of it. It could be a slip road or something, and I see one or two people going. I'm going to follow that because I know that no matter what, it's going to be better than staying put. Okay, so uh, that's kind of the various roles that a trader goes through, and this is some of the things that you learn to do if you decide to join Binary Lab and learn how to trade for yourself. A lot of people will tend to do. Oh yeah, there is one kind of a forex scam that goes on, and I wanted to tell you about this because a close friend of mine who didn't know that I'm actually very involved in trading was telling me that okay, there's a forex okay, let's say a friend or a service or whatever is promising a certain percentage a month, and then you just pay performance fees. When it's good, but you never know when someone gets careless, does something stupid, or worse, siphons money, and that can happen in one way that a lot of people don't know about. I just want to share this as additional knowledge, but I just want to share it to you so you know they exist, and you can live to tell this story to other people. Okay, so let's say account manager manages, let's say, 200K of funds. Account manager has his own account. He opens a 15 lot trade on the managed account, call one pair, and he opens opposite direction trade on his own account, put, okay, 15 lot as well. If the managed account makes money, he can stop the trade on both sides. Obviously, it's not in his favor to stop on his side, but let's say if he stopped on that side, the clients are happy, he's made money, he said, please continue doing what you're doing. But what he really wants to do is to make this account go like that, so that his account can go like this, because this is called like a covered call, where your or covered put, where your put or call is covered on his own account. So that let's say even if he wipes out the client's funds, the only place where the funds goes is into his account with a different broker, or maybe the same broker, doesn't matter. That's one thing I want you to know about. And also, I don't think you should actually let anyone manage your account. For the same reason, even if it's binary, because although the risk in binary is a lot less than forex, and I say that because we are not exposed to weekend gaps, we are not exposed to whipsaws. For us, whether it moves by 100 pips or by 0.1 pip, we still get the same payout, which is 70% to 90%. And although the risk is a lot less, but we are still exposed to one main variable, which is the human psyche. Okay, even I have those moments. Some people have moments of stupidity. I have moments of stupidity as well, where I abandon all forms of logic, and thankfully I haven't done that on a live webinar ever. Okay, I only do some of these crazy stuff on my own. On my own, I've ever put 70% of my account on a trade, which thankfully worked out. But if it didn't work out, what would have happened? So I generally wouldn't advise against, thanks for the question, by the way. I wouldn't advise doing that because you're risking a friendship, you're risking your money, and I think the best way is really do it yourself. A whipsaw is when a market moves a lot in a really short period of time and comes back within, let's say within 5 minutes, it goes up this way and then it comes back. Or let's say it goes up this way and comes back down. Actually, you know what? Tomorrow you're gonna get to see that non-farm payroll. That's when if you guys want to see whipsaws, I encourage you to just stay tuned to the markets. whether you're using NetDania, you're using MetaTrader 4, whether you're using TradingView, you can use any one of these. Just get your charts open and you can see some fireworks happening on the markets. You will see it swinging exploding one way, going down the other way, and that's whipsaw. You can see it, and so I mean, end of the bottom line, what I want to underline is DIY. DIY is always best. Stay away from all kinds of robots. It could sound like the next best thing, but it really only is the best thing for affiliates out there. But it's not in your best interest. In your best interest, it's just to be educated. I think knowledge is power in this game, and let's for those of you who are ready to learn, want to give yourself more power by getting more knowledge, just click on the sign up button at the top. Says join the Binary Lab, and I'll see you inside the community. All right, bye for now.